Did you really lie on your resume that was given to Fox to get when you were trying out for the NFL play-by-play job, that you had done football at Indiana
I don't know if I
University?
lied. I think when I had conversations with them, and it was those guys that were my bosses then remain my bosses now.
Right.
And we all kind of laugh about that time because I'd never done football in my life. And they were like, you've done football. I'm like, oh yeah. No, I did it. And did some in college, and absolutely, I got that down. Except, they weren't that smart, because the only video I had on then videotapes, which they used to have in this world, I gave them, it had a ton of baseball on it. It had me hosting a couple specials, and then it had horse jumping, which I did on ESPN for Bud Sports. So it was mysteriously left off the tape because it didn't exist. And I had to go out there and audition and do a game off a TV monitor. And, I ended up getting the job just by sitting in a studio and doing that audition. And I shudder to think, if I had a bad day or did something that wasn't right, if I missed on that job, who knows what would have happened.
And you said for a while you felt like you were faking it, in the booth.
Well, I faked it when I was really young.
I mean, what do you mean, like faking it?
Well, because probably my voice was up here when I was 21, and I thought, you know what, I sound like a little 4-year-old, and I need
Actually, there is a big difference between your tapes, than...
Yeah,
right.
Well, because I've retrained my voice. I retrained my voice from an upper register. When I sang in high school, and I did sing in high school, I was up here, and I can't get up there anymore. Because I faked my way to a lower voice. Every time I opened my mouth, if I wanted my voice here, I'd shot for down here to sound older than I was. I was doing major league games when I was 20, filling in, 21 when I was full time, and that's early. And I just don't think I was as prepared as I could have been emotionally for that.
Was there something you really did to train your voice?
No,
other than
I
what
just
you
think
just said?
every time I opened my mouth, I consciously thought of sound older than you are. And, I don't know that I've ever really thought of it that way, but that's what I was doing. And there are times where, in sheer excitement, there's a call I made of a Ray Lankford play at the plate where he knocked over Darren Daulton, where I sounded like Peter Brady in the throes of puberty. And, I just lost it. My voice cracked, and it's an exciting call, but it was embarrassing too. And that was one where my dad said, "Here, sit down." I think it was the 12th inning. It really wasn't my turn. And then they won the game, and I was like, "Thanks, Dad." Now I've been exposed as the 12-year-old I am.
How did he help in getting those jobs early on?
Well, I think, take the Cardinal job out of it. He helped with the Cardinal job because, flat out, I was my dad's kid, and it was unique or novel to have Jack Buck's son Joe, who's now a broadcaster and has worked in Louisville AAA broadcasting for 2 years. I filled in for my dad. That was the irony of that whole thing. Mm-hmm. That said, at Fox, I think he helped because his reputation was that of a good guy, and I think I got into it as being, hopefully, like him, a good person that will work hard. He was at CBS. Ed Gorin, who was one of the decision makers at Fox, was at CBS. He got the job to run the network. And, it was my mom who gave my resume tape to Ed Gorin's wife, and that's how I got the audition.
Right.
So beyond that, if I was no good, or if they didn't think they didn't owe my dad anything. It was a new network, and I think they just wanted some new young guys.